Jones channel. It's my first video. I'm excited. Okay, let's get right into it. So this video is gonna be about how to be an au pair in Europe from Africa, or anybody from Africa, and precisely from Namibia. This is where I'm from, Namibia, beautiful place. So I'm gonna tell you about my journey. Right now I am in Norway. I am in Norway, but my first au pairing was in the Netherlands. So I'm gonna just tell you how the journey was, the process was, and what agency I took. Okay, so first of all, I used Carla's Au Pair agency. It's on Instagram, and I think also very much on Facebook. But there's also other two agencies that I know of that you can use, which is OVC, and the other one is World Voyage. So you can search those one on Instagram and on Facebook, and they will show up. So each agency has their own costs, so the fees is very much different, but I'm gonna talk about the Carla's Au Pairs process fees that I paid. That was like in 2020, so I'm not so sure if they have increased their costs. I don't think so, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna talk about. So firstly, so I chose Netherlands, but there are many other different options as well, and each country have different costs as well and fees as well, so they very much differ. So I choose the Netherlands, and I had to pay the fee of registration, which was like $500 Namibian dollars, by the way. And then I had to do some application form. I had to give some character references, and also not babysitting, but childcare references, if you understand. So two of the character references, I think your friends can kind of do that, and then the two references of like for childcare, anybody who has babysit or you will working in like a kindergarten or anywhere, then they can give you references as well. And I also did a police clearance, but it should not be older than 6 months. ID or passport, copy of your passport. If you have grade 12, that would be best, because it's only from grade 12 to equivalent ones, so that would also be very much great. So I did that, and the good thing about Carla's Au Pair that I know, probably other agencies do it as well, they give you a list of things that you need to give to them, and you have also a checklist, so you can check out what you need to do. So I did the application. I had to fill out everything that I needed from me. I also had to do an introduction, like an introduction to your host family, to your future host families. I also had to write a dear host family letter to go on my profile that they had set up for me. And I also had to take a personality test. So they will send you a link where you can get where you can take the personality test, and then they kind of link it below, so I think your future host families can see that as well. What else? About pictures of kids, pictures with kids playing, or doing activities. Those is very important. I've also had taken tests, so I had to have a medical checkup by a doctor, and I took tests like pregnancy tests, HIV test, and hepatitis A and B tests. Those are the tests that I did. And they also sent me a consent form of TB to be checked. When you get to the Netherlands, you have to be tested TB, and after that you also have another checkup after you have been there for like 6 months, I think, for another TB checkup test, since we apparently come from a very, that is more, it's more that side, so they say. Yes, and that is all the process that I have done. And I had an agent. Her name was Lauren, very lovely. So when you have an agent, they kind of tell you, we need this from you, please do this. And oh my god, let me not forget, you also need an unabridged birth certificate. That one you have to go to Home Affairs to do it. It does not take a lot of days at all. It's just like a day or so. Home Affairs, and I think you go to the Ministry of, from Home Affairs you go somewhere else. I forgot, but I will definitely find that out, and then I will write it down below with subtitles. And basically that was my, like, what you need to be required. You should be older than 18 to be, and for the Netherlands you didn't need a license, but you should know how to ride a bike because they use a lot of bikes. You must be childcare, must be able to how do you say, commit for like a full year and all that. What else is there? Okay, so my process, after I have given all those things, they make a profile, they create a profile for me on the website, and then they also give you the password of the profile, so you can just see for yourself how your profile looks. And on that profile, that's where you kind of see host families that want to how do you say, that want to have a meeting, an interview with you. And you also kind of look at, as much as how your profile looks, there's also host family profile, so they also have their own profile, and also a letter to our au pair, so you read everything about them. You can also very much decline a family that you don't want, and you can accept, so it depends. So you have an interview with a family. I had an interview with a family. I think it took about 2 months to get an interview, and that time it was COVID, so I understand. I think now it's more faster because there's no COVID or anything in the way. And basically I had the first interview, but we were not a match, and then I had a second one after 2 weeks from the first one, and then she asked for another interview, for the second interview. And then I thought, okay, so she had also other girls that she was talking to, obviously. So she was like, okay, I'll give you an answer later, because I also have another interview with another girl. And then I was waiting for I think I waited for 2 days to get an answer from them. But I really did like them, that was the thing. So I matched with them, and then they said yes. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I was really, really happy. And then after that, I had to now I set a date to go collect my my visa from South Africa, because we don't have a Dutch embassy in Namibia. So I had to travel to South Africa, Pretoria to be precise, and I had to pay half of my flight ticket to the Netherlands, and I didn't pay for the visa. My host parents did pay for the visa, not me. So I just had to go and be at the appointment. I think to get my visa it took about, I went on a Monday, and then I got the email on a Thursday, and then I went to get it on a Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, about 3 days. So on Thursday I was supposed to go get it, but I saw the email so late that I just went on a Friday. So yes, so I can say, to speak about the costs of how much I have spent that time, guys, I think I spent about 18,000 Namibian dollars, 18 to 19,000 Namibian dollars, because of I had to travel a lot, costs of transport costs to go to South Africa. So I flew, things. So I flew. So that's like an airplane, go and come back, and then accommodation, Airbnb when you are there. You have to pay that, food when you are there, Uber when you are there, and also when I had to do tests of pregnancy test, I went to kind of private clinics, or to get the test done and stuff like that. So I had to pay for those, and also just going back and forth to Windhoek to do the unabridged thing and come back. So, and also just getting prepared, buying suitcases and buying stuff that you need to bring with, clothes or anything that you need, all together overall, every little thing that I used to prepare for the journey to the Netherlands was 18 to 19,000 ish, to be honest. That's how much I used. So yes, and so the costs really differ my country that I chose, I paid 500 for registration, and for the ticket, my portion, the portion of the ticket, I paid 8,500 Namibian dollars. It's all Namibian dollars, or rands also very much. So other countries you sometimes have to pay for the visa yourself, or registration is really high and stuff like that. So yeah, that was kind of my process, and I really did stay with one family till the end because they were very lovely and all that. And now I am in Norway, very different from the Netherlands, but that's a story for another day. But if you do have any questions, if you have anything you want me to clear up on, please do leave a comment down below, and do not forget to subscribe, like and share. And this is Lady Sissy Jones, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.